Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my NHL 20 franchise mode here in the state of hockey. In the previous episode, we finished up the 2030 offseason, re-sign phase, free agency. There's some questions about that I'm going to get to, but let me start off this video saying it's been a few days since I recorded. So I started up today by opening up the game, getting all the lines sorted out. There's a few, not concerns, but questions that need to be answered before we start the season, somewhere near in the middle of the season, somewhere around there. But you get what I'm trying to say. There's a few questions going into this because we're definitely not as strong as we were last year. It's not as neat. It's not as nice and neat as it was last year. And it's my own fault. We could have kept Eichel, but I thought I wanted to push us into a certain path for the future. Because of all of our big guys are getting older, and I thought, let's start us on the right path. Also, I wanted to add, thank you guys so much for the support. When I'm recording this, 415 subscribers. You guys are absolutely killing it, and if you're not already a part of the team, go ahead. Maybe consider subscribing. I know most people only watch the first few minutes of this video, and I'm trying to get these points out early, okay? There also should be a channel video update in the very near future. If it's not out by the time this is up, it should be out in the next couple days. Just check my channel for it. But I know you guys aren't here for me blabbering about random stuff. I mean, you watch my videos, or you stumbled upon this and you notice I tend to go off on spiels. My favorite word is spiel. My least favorite word is phlegm. Ugh, phlegm. PH, really? But you're here to watch the Minnesota Wild after going back-to-back in the Stanley Cup Finals, winning both of them. We're the best team in hockey. We are the best regular season team in hockey. So let's go ahead and show you the 2030-2031 Minnesota Wild. And we're a little different this year. There's a few new guys in new places that we are going to have to talk about. The first line. Now, I'm having a little, not a conundrum, you would say, but I am deciding between Langweeder and Pietrangelo on the first line. Because if you go Pietrangelo on the first line, they're a +1. They're still phenomenal. But if you go Langweeder on that first line, they're a +3. So I'm going to hold off. And maybe I switch them up soon. But I'm going to try Langweeder out there for the first month and a bit. Maybe less. Depends on how we're playing. But Pietrangelo is fine. He's getting plenty of special team time. But other than that, Anthony Francis is still the man. You know, he had his worst statistical season last year. He's going to hit 1,000 points maybe in the first month of play. Very, very soon he'll probably hit 500 goals this season as well. If he has a great season, if he gets back on the right page. I mean, 110 points is no slouch, right? But I'm expecting big things from him and the captain, Kirill Kaprizov, signing that contract extension for 3 years at $11 million. You know, he's won 4 Stanley Cups. We gave him this contract, I believe, before we won the Stanley Cup. We signed him to this deal, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but 4 Stanley Cups to his name. Now, I am noticing right off the bat that Kaprizov has dropped from an elite potential to a top 6 potential. Now that isn't super worrying considering his overall. He's still got the offensive numbers. That's what he's really here for, to be the captain and be that offensive weapon that we know he is. 5 straight 100-point seasons. He's never had less than a point per game season. I believe his worst season was 89 points. Right? Exactly. That's exactly what he's here for. He is going to statistically drop off. His attributes are going to get worse. His shooting, his offensive awareness should be over 90s until he retires. He's going to retire with over 600 goals if he continues at the pace he's going at. I'm not super worried about that at this point in time. At the end of his contract, he's not going to be the same player, but that's why I kind of pushed this plan into motion. We might not be the best simulating team, but I think in a postseason run, this team could do a bit of damage. Now, the second line, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Sergei Gogolev. Now, last year, I believe, he kind of trailed off after his progress. No, he technically had an up season from 32 points to 35. In the postseason, he wasn't really putting it on, but when we hit best lines in the second round after going 0-2 against the Chicago Blackhawks, we've hit best lines. He must have been playing some power play time at that point when we hit best lines, and he went off. He was one of our best forwards during the postseason. And I think that little bit of confidence is going to be huge for him. His shooting stats are phenomenal. He's going to be an offensive powerhouse. I did transition him to a center. I think the time is right to play him at the second line. If he's young, it's a contract season again since we kind of ticked him off last year. Fun times. And I think trading Eichel was the right thing. We have to push these young guys, especially with Waters and Kolyakovo. Or Kolyakov. Oh, I can't even. Have I been saying that guy's name wrong? Dane Kolyakovo. No, I'm right. I thought I was having a moment there. Whatever. But I think pushing this plan into motion is the right long-term plan. I am debating changing Sergei Gogolev from a power forward to potentially a sniper / playmaker because he's got great physical stats, but he's a good offensive talent because you already have Pietrangelo there as the power forward on that line, and Langweeder. You have a lot of big guys on that line. Cale Lumanen is coming in here, really underrated. I don't really give this guy enough credit. I guess just with the amount of talent that we have in our top 9, he kind of slips under the radar just because he's damn good. I'm going to give him credit where credit is due. He's the man. He legitimately is. Ever since we signed him to that long-term deal, he took a little bit of a cut, thank God, even though we kind of debated for a few years. Same with Gogolev. We debated, and he got his contract. We got our term. He's going to be 27 here very, very soon, but he's been an elite forward. The third line, let's talk about it. Now, the third line is basically intact. Chris Griffin, 27 years of age, still have him locked up to 2.7 over 4 years. Great third line contract, especially for a great player like him. You got Lionel Waters. Now, I was debating going into the season. I was originally going to put Gogolev on the third line, but I'm like, let's give him second line time. We could always switch these two guys up. Lionel Waters is getting some power play time. He's 23. I'm assuming he's still going to put up really good numbers. He had 50 points last year. I'm not expecting the exact same statistics, especially losing Gogolev from that third line, but I'm expecting good things. They are that +3, though, especially with Pete Curry. Now, this guy kind of slipped under my radar last year. Kind of just showed up. We put him in the lineup. He's here. He put up solid numbers last year. 4th round pick. Quite a long time ago, 6 years. But that third line looks pretty good. The fourth line is more interesting. You got Hadfield. That's just kind of shooing forward. Nothing super interesting there. Nice defensive guy there. Then you have Dane Kolyakovo. 21 years of age, 1st round pick. Had a really good season last year in Iowa. He's had 2 really good seasons in Iowa. He's a playmaker. I think he could be a playmaker / sniper. I think he can put up good points either way. He's 21. Now, trading away Eichel opens up room for him. I really don't want to transition him to the wing. I want him to be that potentially second-line center. Eventually, we have great center depth. But I think starting him here out on the 4th line is a little bit debatable. But I think until we know what kind of players Waters and Gogolev are, then we wait on Kolyakovo. He's getting power play time, though, which is good. Then you have Connor Bobbylev. What a beauty. 81 overall. He's a grinder. He's not going to work, especially with the coach, but let's just try him out. He seems to be a nice goal-scoring touch, though. Forward core is great. A few new faces, but it's still a really good offensive core. And the defense. The defense is honestly always going to be the best part about this team. Right? You have the generational defenseman. No, one of the best talent of his generation. Very debatable. Quinn freaking Hughes. At the end of his career, in his draft class, what was it, 2018? Who was the first overall pick that year? I want to say 2018 was... Oh, that was... no, give me a sec. I got this. That was Rasmus Dahlin, was it not? Yeah, it was. Rasmus Dahlin. At the end of his career, Quinn Hughes is probably the best player out of his draft. He's already the best player out of his draft class. That's a fact. He is the best goddamn thing around. And that's a fact. He is a generational talent. He's gonna hit 1,000 points this year. As a defenseman, man. He's 30. He's 30. Think about that. I hope he doesn't just digress completely this season. I'm pretty sure he'll be fine. Brandt Clarke, 27 years of age. His 9th season in the NHL. He'll be 28 pretty soon. He's been a very consistent defenseman for us. Very even seasons. 58 points is really good for any defenseman. It's a down year for Brandt Clarke, though. I'm sure he'll be fine either way. And the second pairing doesn't get any easier for any other team. You have Eminem, the first ever draft pick I made as general manager of the Minnesota Wild. I freaking love him. His contract is coming up in 2 years, but we got a lot of cap room because of trading Eichel. A few pieces here, a few pieces there. He's a beauty. I'm sure he'll stay on. And then you have Georges Bissonnette, who had his best statistical growth season and his best regular season and best postseason. 56 points in 82 games, plus 49. Great power play guy, 10 points, half point per game in the postseason. He was phenomenal. I'm glad I kept him over Potvin. I think we made the right choice. Third pairing, you have Mats Pearson, the 7th overall pick in 2027. If I'm not mistaken, that pick was acquired from Nashville, and we traded them Nils Höglander. It's good. I'm pretty sure that's right. If I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong. Not super sure. It might be. I'm pretty sure. Maybe. I'm not. Maybe. Maybe. Solid defenseman. He's 21. I think he's ready to get some time in the NHL. And then you have Harry Parrish. Now, I'm not concerned, but if we're being honest here, is he getting time over Mironov and Quinn Hughes? No. But we're giving him some power play time. I think he should be okay. If we feel like it, we can probably go Harry Parrish right there. Marcus Mironov on the third pairing. Split them up. I don't think it'll hurt Marcus Mironov. I might be the right decision, but we'll check in a month or two. Let's talk about the special teams. Special teams are looking gorgeous this year. Gogolev, Waters, Langmeter, they're a +3. Bissonnette's getting some time. You got the +5 on the first power play unit. They're fine, easy peasy, lemon for breezy. 4-man power play is looking great. Kolyakovo's there. Harry Parrish is there. I thought I'd give them a little bit of time. Hopefully Kolyakovo has a little bit of offensive presence there. Now, I am a little bit concerned about the penalty kill. They do have a few minuses here and there, especially the 3-man. Now, with the kind of talent that we have on the penalty kill, they should be fine. I think it's just a matter of coaches. Our coach is more forward-oriented, and we have more forwards on the power play, right? On the penalty kill, I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I'm kind of thinking. Maybe in the next few years we change out our coach for a different kind of coach. Obviously, it would be a different kind of coach. It's a different human being. Oh, duh. Come on. But I think maybe that's a possibility in the near future. We're winning games. We just came off of two Stanley Cups. I don't feel like changing too much, especially in the coaching field. But they should be okay, especially with their overalls. 3-man penalty kill, yeah, they got -3s, but I think with their overalls, they should. Trust me, I have tried legitimately every player on the penalty kill. Doesn't really change a thing. I think they should be okay, though. I think they should be fine. Yeah, they're fine. They're fine. Extra lines, I think they're fine. Newman, Kaprizov, they're getting the respected time. I know it's hard to dish out the minutes for these guys over some guys, but I think we got to be respectful, especially of Kaprizov and Newman, right? They got to get their time. 4-on-4 lines continued is just looking gorgeous. We're the best of the best. I don't know how many straight President's Trophies we have won. Maybe you can go back and check. I could go back and check, but I really don't feel like it. I don't have the time. I'm recording videos for you. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, ladies and gents. Anthony Francis Petrangelov looking gorgeous, baby. Shootout. You're not going to stop us. It's hard to stop us. The only time you're ever going to beat us is in the postseason and really humiliate us. The goaltending. Cody Tallender grew way more than I had expected. He does have that high elite, I'll give him that. But I didn't expect him to jump over Mackey like that. I thought Mackey and him would be similar overall. 85, 86, somewhere around there. But hot damn. Our goaltending has been not a situation for the last few years, but we've had a lot of turnover. Started with Jaden Weeman, went to Rensfeld, went to Mackey and Tallender. Tallender's jumped over. It's going to be Tallender and another goaltender soon because Mackey's probably not going to want to stay for cheap this coming season. We got to sign Tallender pretty soon, But we have great goaltending luck. We could just go out and draft a great goalie whenever we really feel like it. Scratch players this year, you got Mitchell Steffens and you got Brennan Mennel. It's a phenomenal team. There is no problem. Now, I do have a few issues with the AHL. I'm not sure if I want to change up the coaches. I feel like I want to because the coach is not really working in the AHL. They've kind of been redundant for the last few years. I want our young guys to get the most time. I want them to be respected the most. I think I'm going to check that out relatively soon in this episode. I signed a few players off camera like Bobby McFumbles. Yes, that's an actual subscriber-created player. I just felt like it. Why not? Put it in. I know I don't like the funny names, but sometimes it works. Bob McFumbles? Are you kidding me? Beauty. Some noticeable prospects. You got Lars Prince. You got Jesper Olsen. You got Corey Cutler. You got Ronaldo. Gauthier Leduc. We did sign. I think he's going to be our depth guy just in case injuries happen. Kostanen. You got Lee Lamb, who's at a medium elite. Don't know if he'll turn out to be anything special, especially with his age. But you got some decent prospects here. Defense, we have one of the biggest steal in the first round was Brent Perez at 31st. We kind of had a gut feeling he was going to be. I had a gut feeling. I thought he was going to be great, and he did, and he's going to be great. I'm hoping for the best. You got Morazzo, who we did sign in free agency just before this episode started. Nothing too big, just to help out the AHL. You got Stefan Backer, who's 24. Don't expect him to be the best player. Maybe a depth NHLer for us. Same with Arkhipov. They're kind of in the same boat. You got Tomirners, who is just a guy we had, and then you got Laxonen. I'm not going to go ahead and show this. I'm not going to show the special teams. Don't want to waste your time here. I mean, you're watching me, so you're already wasting your time. Goaltending. Now, here's a little bit of an issue that I have. Pettersson has to be signed this year. Sizik, I don't expect him to be anything special. I know he is that high elite. He could jump up at any time. He's 24, 73. It doesn't really work out. Pettersson, do we go with him as the backup in the NHL? I think I'm going to roll for a little bit with Mackey as the backup in the NHL because Cody Tallender seems like he's taken a step forward. I think Pettersson needs to get in the NHL, right? I think that's just a fact. Personally, I want to put Pettersson in the lineup just so we can trade Mackey away, get some value. But what are we really going to get? Another first-round pick. Speaking of first-round picks, we have not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 first-round draft picks this upcoming draft. 5. I don't expect to pick with each and every one of them. I just got all of them, just in case. You know, Detroit and New York kind of look like they might be a rebuilding team. Detroit, obviously, because they're a dumpster fire. I think we traded Pavin to them for the first. Works out for me. We got Chicago, Dallas, and our own. If one of them can turn out to be a lottery pick, then I'm happy. Then we can deal the others away for assets and such. I'm not going to pick with each and every pick this draft, but it is nice to have a boatload of them. Which is nice. It's nice, okay? We do have a few contracts to discuss. Nothing super. We have a lot of money. We should be fine. Gogolev, we can't extend a contract right this minute. Parrish and Kolyakovo, we can. I'm going to go ahead and give Kolyakovo that three-year deal just to make sure he doesn't ask for money at the end of this year. Parrish, how much is he going to end up asking for? $5 million. Not ready to give that up for him just yet, so we can hold off for that. We got to be smart here, ladies and gents. So I want to go ahead and fix that coaching staff in the AHL. This is going to be a weird episode. I'm not sure how many months I'm going to get simulated. I'm not sure if we trade out the... I like the generalists. They're not bad, but I'm thinking maybe we just go out and sign... I'm going to fire him, and then I'm going to promote... I'm going to... No. I want to go and... I gotta... for the love of God. Okay, that took way too long. Like, I think I'm gonna have to cut out like 10 minutes of footage. So... oh, I love this. I love this. But you know what? Coaching staff is out of the way in the AHL. I don't know how much of that footage I'm gonna cut out. It was so boring. That's the most boring stuff I've ever recorded. This game is not fun. But I'm here every single day. You know what? Since we're coming off of back-to-back Stanley Cups, let's go ahead. And I was going to say raise the banner, but apparently we're in Dallas for game number 1. This game doesn't give us anything to love. Game number 1 in Dallas. Sure, I guess. Here we go. Division rivals. Let's see how things turn out. Game numero uno, first period. 0-0. Don't like that. We are outshooting them for sure, but I would like some goals, Minnesota. Second period. 1-0. That's a... Dane Kolyakovo on Carter Hart. You goddamn beauty. We're doubling them up in shots. Actually, over that. 1-0. I really don't like that lead power play early. Oh, Kirill Kaprizov's first of the season. I love seeing Dane Kolyakovo get on the board. That is huge. Shorthanded goal for Petrangelov. I will take that 3-0 lead halfway through the third period. 40 shots already. Power play for Dallas. 3-0. Can we... God damn it. Kick Hart scores on Tallender. Breaks the shutout in game number 1. But the 2 points is 2 points. That is a big W to start off the season for the Minnesota Wild. That is big, boys. Let's go ahead and simulate the first month of play. We got Detroit at the end of the season. Actually, our 2 games of the season against them. So let's see if we can beat the dumpster fire franchise. Lose against Winnipeg, but we pick up a win against Anaheim. Actually lose our 4th game. And we're below 500 for like the first time in legitimately forever. Get back to 500. There we go. Jeez Louise, we've been bad so far. I really don't... I know it's a weird setup for the new team, but I know we're going to get into our stride soon. Damn it, we lost against Detroit. Ooh, I don't like this so far. Persuade, Chris Griffin. Oh, is this going to be more challenging of a season than I thought it was going to be? It probably is, right? Ugh. Okay, can we finish off the season above 500? Come on. And we don't. I mean, we do, But man, oh man, what a rough start to the season. A terrible start to the season. 6-5-1. Petrangelov is going off. We're not even in a playoff spot. I'm not too worried about that so far. The hell is going on, Minnesota? We're letting in a lot of goals. A lot. Petrangelov, 17 points, 10 goals. He doesn't even have an A on his sweater, which is crazy. I was just told about that. I'm like, yeah, I guess he doesn't. Petrangelov has been great. Francis has been okay, needs to get better. Kaprasov is a minus player, should be better. Kel Numinen hasn't been too bad. Langweeder could definitely be better. Gogolev hasn't been bad, transitioning to that second line center. Waters hasn't been too bad either. Curry, Hadfield, Chris Griffin. Kolyakovo could definitely be better. I mean, he's a fourth line player. He's young. 3 points. Could be better. Defenseman. Okay. Marcus Mironov with 10 points. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Quinn Hughes with 10 points. I'm sure he'll get better as the season progresses. Brant Clark with 5. Bissonnette with 4. Parrish with 3. Pearson with 0. Pearson's been like the best defender. Yeah, we've been definitely goaltending right now, is it not? Yeah, Tallander's been god-awful. Mackey was bad in his one game, too. Yeah, we've been rough. Yeah, we've been pretty brutal to start the season. I think I'm going to go ahead and put Petrangelov on the first line to get that first line, give it a boot, because Langweeder's down to an 89 overall, actually. Yeah, let's get Petrangelov back up there, try things out like that. Yeah, yeah, let's just keep going with it. I trust this team. We're a good team. How could this team be bad? Right? Maybe we fire our head coach middle of the season? I'm not sure. But let's go through 2 months, see how we're doing after 2, and go from there. Because we're not a 500 team. We are a President's Trophy winning team. But I did say this team is going to be... God, Quinn Hughes, no! No, Quinn, no! You've won so many Norrises in a row and you're going to go ahead and hurt yourself? Oh, stop the simulation. Jesus Christ. 2 wins in a row there. I'll take that, but a broken Quinn Hughes is not a good one. Okay, so Menel was put in a spot. It's only for a few games. I'm not super worried about that. Losing Quinn Hughes for a bit does suck, though. So we're going to put him there. Harry Parrish will get some time there. Menel seems to be a nice throw-in player, though, so I'll keep him there. I know he's on the power play and stuff, but it's only for a few games. Let's get a little bit of a boost. 8-5-1. Let's go on a win streak here. Let's go to the end of month number 2. See how we're doing December 1st. St. Louis, Philadelphia, New Jersey. Let's see how we're doing. St. Louis is kind of in the same spot we are, and we drop 1 against them. Philadelphia, big 5-2 victory. Can we beat 2 Metro teams in a row? Quinn Hughes is back. I do love to see that. Talent. Why can't we ever get a good goalie? Like, it doesn't matter what we do, guys. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter how good the goalie is with his attributes. They'll just play like garbage, and you have an 80 overall goaltender that plays like a 90 overall. It doesn't matter. It legitimately doesn't matter. This game is terrible in so many senses. But I love it either way. What is this team doing? Come on, Minnesota. Get it together here. God damn, is it going to be a fight for a playoff spot? This team has not had to go through this. Okay, Chris Griffin, just be on my side for once. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's win a few in a row. Let's get a little bit of a lead here. You get shut out over Columbus. They don't have Woodworth. You have this. Oh, this team is gonna give me a freaking aneurysm. I know. I said this team was gonna be a little bit of a rough spot. We're the worst team in the Central Division. Excuse me. Anthony Francis is doing good though. We're the worst team in the... Only by a few points. Uh-oh. What is this? What does this even mean? Oh, God damn. This team should be better, right? Is it time to switch out coaches? Francis having a great season. Really turned it around there from the start. Hit 1,000 points already. He's a beauty. There's not much more to say about him. Petrangelov's been great as well. First line has really gelled back together since I moved Petrangelov back up. He is definitely a key piece to that line. Newman has been pretty solid. I do see a lot of minus players, though. Same with Langmeter. That second line's taken a beating. Gogolev hasn't been too bad. Leonel Waters hasn't been very bad on the third line. He's actually been pretty good. Chris Griffin, minus player. Pete Curry, same. Kolyakovo could definitely be a little bit better, but he is a depth forward, fourth line. I like him there. He's getting power play time. Maybe we switch that up. Hadfield could be a plus player. Bobby Lev has been awful. Oh, there's some problems here in Minnesota. Marcus Mironov has been great. Quinn Hughes, almost a point per game defenseman. Hopefully he comes back for that Norris. It's going to be a rough end of the season it's going to be a tough time to win that Norris this year. It is going to be rough. Brandt Clark has been our best defender. Bissonnette's been really good. Harry Parrish has been bad. Menel was terrible in those 3 games. Pearson could definitely be better. Yeah, I see some. It's 100% goaltending. Tallender has been the worst goalie I can recall. He's not shutting down games. I don't know what it is. He's a friggin'. He's got Poise as a 69. Nice. His puck control categories are not great. He's got a lot of 99s in there, though. One. But I don't get it. I don't get this game. The simulated scoring engine isn't on high. It's on medium. I wouldn't put it on low because this game would be boring, right? But he needs to act like an 89 overall goaltender. Mackey, I don't want to even talk to you. Entire league, let's see what's going on goaltending-wise. Because then you have Christian Rensfeld, who we traded away, is a 9-11 on the Avalanche. But they might be better on, yeah, I get that. Trust me, I do. I get that. Right now, I'd probably give it to Rensfeld. Congratulations, Rensfeld. Rookie skaters. You got Garrett LaRose, 16 points in 24 games. Ain't too shabby. Defenseman, let's see how hard it is going to be. Quinn Hughes is going to have a rough freaking time. Oh my god, a slow start is going to ruin it for him. You soiled it, Minnesota. Ekblad is having a phenomenal season for the Panthers because last year they had Damian Hunter, who had 73 goals, which definitely helped them out. They're getting some great defense from a former first overall pick. See who's winning the Art Ross this year. Matthew Savoie is having a phenomenal 3 years in a row. It's been his league. Francis is going to try to catch up. I know he'll do his best. I'm not worried about him, but man, oh man, Savoie's dominating the league. Yeah, we know that from our last franchise mode series. That's exactly what he knows how to do. Most goals in the league, Zenit Corvo, 30 and 24. Hopefully he can continue at that pace because I would love to see somebody do that. Pierre LaRoche, he was actually a subscriber-created player. Damian Hunter as well. Glad to see subscriber-created players do well in the simulation. Damian Hunter. Jeffrey Woodworth is an absolute god, and I love him. Vadim Slychuk, Turcotte, Straka, Frederick Darling. Most assists, William Nylander and Alex Nylander. Oh, the brother duo. Okay, I have some problems with this team. Oh, I have some problems. We're so inconsistent at this point. We're the worst team in the Central Division. The worst team in the Central Division. That is unacceptable for me. It's unacceptable. I'm debating. I want to keep Gogolev there. I think he's a legitimate player on this team. I think we just have to continue. I have to trust this team. I do. I have to trust this team. I know they're good, but let's talk about our draft picks. We want to keep in touch with them. Let's draft class, all that stuff. because we have 5. Detroit, New York, Dallas, our own, and Chicago. Chicago seems to be the worst of those first-round picks. So New York, Dallas, Chicago. That's hard to keep in my brain. Okay. So, yeah, the Blackhawks are pretty good. Then you have Detroit is 3rd worst in the Atlantic. Okay. Okay, New York is in a playoff spot, but it's a long season. It's a very, very long season, folks. Let's keep going. It's only 5 wins in a row from being first in this division. Literally. Keep it going, Minnesota. Or no, get on a new path. You've been awful. Start this month out right with a shootout loss and 2 losses in a row. Minnesota. I was supposed to check the draft class, Owen. Keep it together, man. Why are you freaking out? Have you not had any food today? Not really. Let's view the draft class. Let's see what's going on. Have our scouts done their jobs? No, they haven't, because why would they? Why would they even do their jobs? Why? Why would they do their jobs? I'm losing it. I'm legitimately losing it. Daniel Dumont, Tulipov. We might have a high draft pick this year. It might be our own. But you never know, folks. Oh, this game is going to kill me. This game is going to kill me. But Anthony Francis is going off. As long as he's doing fine, I don't care. If we can inch into it, we're the worst in the Central Division. We haven't been the worst in the Central Division since our first 3 years. This game is going to kill me. Why is our goaltender bad? Why is our goaltender bad? Why is he bad? Why? Why is he? Tell me. God, tell me, please. And we lose to Dallas. But we beat Carolina in the shootout. And we beat Nashville. Good. We're beating some Central teams, I guess. Kari Koskinen is hurt in the AHL. Gogolev wants to talk. What? You want to? Yeah. No, I'm going to agree with you. You have not been performing to the best of your ability. And you're going to be mad at me either way. Okay. You're not going to... You think you're going to get first-line ice time? Are you on crack, Gogolev? And now I'm mad at myself because it could be the penalty kill. But our team should not be thriving on our penalty kill. We are an offensive team. We should outscore the team each and every single evening. Oh my God, do you... Maybe firing our head coach in the... This is the worst episode ever. Literally, this is the worst episode. Don't watch this video. Don't. This has been the worst episode I've ever recorded. This is the worst. How can it get worse than this? Why has this felt so wrong? I'm so hungry. I need a snack. But I'm recording either way because I love you guys. Maybe this video you'll laugh at. I don't know. Are you going to be happy? Cal Newman wants to talk. Maybe I'll agree with you. You're going to be mad at me either way. Screw right off, Kale. Screw off. Screw off. Screw off. Do I need to throw this team into the sun? 11-1 win. We destroy the Blackhawks. Okay. And then we lose against San Jose. So we're in the first wild card spot in the West by a few points. Okay. I'm losing it. Okay. Francis is going off. Okay. Okay. It's just gonna be me doing that for 20 minutes. I'm gonna check something. If our penalty kill is like 15%, or like if our power play is like 18% and our penalty kills like 75 and below, then we'll have a problem. Okay, we're scoring plenty of goals. Goals against, 122. That's one of the worst in the league, Minnesota. Power play goals, power play, 35%. They know exactly what they're doing. Penalty kill, 78%. It could 100% be better, but it's one of the top in the league. It's top like 10. It could be worse. So what the hell is going on, Minnesota? I feel like this whole episode is based around coaching staff. Our staff chemistry is 75%. What the hell is going on? I'm calling it. I'm calling it for this evening. I'm done. I don't know. We're in a playoff spot, and don't get so mad. I don't know what this game is anymore. I don't know. But you know what I know? I love you guys. I'm going to keep... This isn't it. This isn't it. This isn't it. This is not it. Don't worry. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please leave a like, leave a comment, share with people who you think may enjoy this sort of thing. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.